Hi, I'm Andrew Jewson from QuitKick, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how QuitKick is installed and how QuitKick works. The first thing to point out is that QuitKick is a device that stops your horse from pawing its door or from kicking the inside walls of its stall. This particular unit is the total stall system, which stops horses from kicking the inside walls of their stalls. And the first thing I would say is that if you have a horse that displays this type of behaviour, first of all, it's got nothing to do with how you look after your horse. There are horses in the state of Kentucky, where we are now, that are looked after absolutely in the most amazing way possible, that have 24-hour care, that have pasture to run around in, and they still kick their stall. You can also come across horses that have been looked after in the most appalling way, and who have ended up being rescued, and they're happy to stand in their stall all day despite the fact that they have been abused for most of their lives. So don't think that because your horse displays this behaviour that you are mistreating your horse in some way. There's really no correlation between how a horse is looked after and whether or not it displays this type of behaviour. So how does QuitKick stop that behaviour? Well, it's very straightforward. Basically, it squirts water at your horse. The unit here, which is the total stall system, has two remote sensors that have already been attached inside the stall. When the stall wall is kicked, those sensors send a signal to the main unit here, which then delivers a squirt of water to your horse. And that's all it is. So it's harmless and painless. You won't find any replacement negative behaviour, and it works whether you're here or not. So once the unit is attached, that is your part concluded. QuitKick works very quickly. We find generally that horses that have the unit installed on their stalls will stop the behaviour within 2 to 3 days. It's effective and harmless, and it requires no human input. The way that it works is the horse trains itself. And the most important thing is that, don't think that kicking a stall is a harmless habit. It is not a harmless habit. It's more than likely that if you have a horse that kicks its stall, it's either going to damage the stall or damage itself, and you could end up with very serious injuries. You could end up with very significant veterinary bills, and you could also end up having to rebuild your stall.
Sultan has a chronic stall kicking problem. We're about to see what happens when he kicks his wall for the first time after QuitKick has been fitted. Although QuitKick is altering a lifelong negative behaviour, Sultan's reaction is relatively benign because QuitKick is painless. So long as QuitKick remains on his stall and remains turned on, his kicking behaviour should end for good within a short period of time.